Hi, Gnome and bina team. To introduce myself, I'm going to apply the creative writing technique of show, don't tell to film. Through a few clips from past course material, screen recordings, and a few photos, I'll share who I am, why I teach, and how my experience aligns with bina. My name is Kristen, and I'm from Southern Africa, which is over here. I'll be teaching you science and biology. My favorite animal is a big, majestic whale that eats tiny little krill. What is your favorite animal? Ask an adult to send me an email. I want to hear your answer. I'm the oldest of three daughters, and with my dad being the youngest of six kids and my mom being the oldest of three, I am one of the younger cousins in a very large extended family. 56 individuals to be exact, spread across the world from Italy to London and the Maldives. But despite this distance, we all stay very closely connected via our very lively WhatsApp group. Recently, my Aunt Viv shared her bucket list experience going to watch the Royal Edinburgh Tattoo. My boyfriend and I love to travel, though we have set up roots here in South Africa. I'm currently filming where our home will be in the next 2 years. As a nature enthusiast, I enjoy scuba diving, 4x4ing, and the art of bonsai. I also exercise in nature as a form of stress relief, most often trail running through forests or spearfishing in the sea. My family and my connection with nature have been the greatest influences in shaping who I am today. They've given me a global outlook where I've learned to value different perspectives as well as to create experiences, because in experiences, shared experiences, this is where soulful connection lies. As I was finishing up my Bachelor of Science degree, I realized that a career in marine biology wasn't going to satisfy my drive to make a positive, meaningful impact on the health of our oceans. So I studied further into two fields. First, aquaponics, which is a sustainable closed-loop farming method, as well as education, where I could share my passion for the wonders of nature with children. As I dove deeper into education, focusing on family well-being, especially around exam pressures and special educational needs, I realized just how important sharing the tranquility of nature truly is. In nature, children can find stimulation, but away from their screens. It is a place where they can reconnect their mind and their body through exercise and creativity. During this lesson, I encouraged the girl who was preparing for her SATs exams to spend 10 minutes of her learning break outside. She was someone who was easily influenced by her friends, and so spent her breaks doom scrolling social media and adding items to her Sephora cart. So my goal was to separate her from her screens. After a few lessons, I had noticed how she was more creatively engaged. She was able to link pieces that we were reading to her garden, as well as bring observations from her garden into her creative writing. I had also noticed how her skin was clearing up because she had reduced her overuse in skincare products. So she had really grown in her confidence, not only academically, but also socially and emotionally. One of my proudest experiences as a well-being tutor was working with a boy who was just entering into puberty. He definitely had ADHD, he was bouncing off of the walls, and had recently been flagged by his school for dyslexia, which was very late in his learning journey. We had lessons 3 times a week, English, maths, and verbal reasoning, where I combined an exercise routine with his favorite music to help him navigate the difficulties of his parent separation. This child was carrying a lot on his shoulders. While we were doing the exercises at the beginning of our lessons, he opened up to me and was able to process his emotions in a very healthy way. It transformed his loneliness. Here you can see he would wear a hoodie and he would come to class with his cat very often. And it transformed him from this to being a child who would laugh and connect with me. I am deeply proud of his resilience that he built and of the healthy strategies that will now support him well into the future. I grew significantly as an educator while working with a student. I realized how important it was to support him and so met with his parents on a regular basis. I also introduced tracking systems, for example, this lesson participation scoring out of 3, as well as a student's confidence scoring where I asked him to either put a thumbs up, a thumbs to the middle, or a thumbs down. To ease family tensions and pressures around his after-school learning, I conducted lessons as well as placed his homework and his topic summaries onto pencil spaces, which made them readily available for any users. This study showed that a third of children who faced risk factors grew into resilient, caring adults, with a key factor being the presence of a supportive adult. That is my why, to be a present, supportive adult to children. As a lover of learning, I dedicated my 20s to building a diverse knowledge and skills base, to which now in my 30s, I'm able to apply these skills to the fields that I find most intriguing. My goal for the next 10 years is to grow exponentially in these fields. What excites me most about bina is your modern, family-focused approach to education. I've worked with students based in the UK, Canada, the UAE, and so formed connected relationships with families across cultures. I've done this by sharing home-cooked meal recipes, sharing music, and sharing photos during the holidays. These insights allow me to understand the external influences on a child's learning and allow me to create solutions to complex grey area problems, such as for students who struggle with motivation around exam time, usual traditional schedules don't work for them. So I've scheduled online peer study groups that I keep an ear in to answer questions, or a personalized reward system backed by the parents. Having gathered a well-rounded understanding of a student, and with a bit of out-of-the-box thinking, I provide resources and schedules aligned not only with the student's current knowledge and learning style, but also the student's interests, home lifestyle, and family routine. I do my best work through collaboration with teachers, coordinators, and counsels, and so nurture these relationships dearly. Their professional findings of a student allow me to contribute to, for example, an EHC report or to liaise with the new school's SEND coordinator with multiple perspectives of the student. In partnership with Sarah Lynn at Bettering Youth, I took part in monthly brainstorming sessions with fellow teachers.
Welcome, everybody. It is October 31st. It is the last Tuesday of the month, which means our monthly team meeting. I have Kristen here, and as you can see, we're a little decked out in pretty bright, vibrant colors, and that is because we have started working with the Child and Brain Injury Trust in the United Kingdom.
I generated mindfulness resources for parents and stress management tools for families, and contributed to podcasts and live streams. I weed out challenges by turning them into opportunities, presenting solutions, and seeing them through to completion. For example, after recognizing a resource gap while working one-on-one with dyslexic students, I presented an 11+ exam series to Sarah Lynn. Structured into walk, run, and sprint levels, I help students build skills and confidence while allowing fellow tutors to track progress and target areas needing support. My background in science allows me to create structured methodologies towards a clearly defined goal, making communication with educators and coordinators streamlined. I conduct assessments with progress tracking in mind and find organized data sets as satisfying as this video. As founder of a premium home and pet care business, I've been a leader of a 20-person team, which now runs sustainably with a trusted head custodian in place. To create a detail-oriented service in a very personal industry, I paired the lifestyles of staff members with family needs, accommodating pets with separation anxiety, chronic medication needs, and exotic pets requiring a knowledgeable eye. Through Chateau, I learned the value of clear communication, strong close relationships, and effective systems before stepping back to focus on my passion for education. Talking about effective systems, a recent challenge that I overcame was coding the back end of Excel with the help of ChatGPT. I designed a time-efficient and secure accounting system, cutting between 7 and 15 clicks per invoice. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy the problem-solving aspect of programming, and I would love to design another project like this should the opportunity arise. Having worked online for over 5 years now, as an educator and as a learner, I thrive in the online space and enjoy new technologies that I've found to improve efficiency, such as Fireflies or Read AI to record meeting minutes. I foresee these skills translating over to the learning success specialist position at bina, both in the organizational aspect that occurs behind the scenes and as the face that strengthens relationships between families, teachers, and the school. Above all, I bring a solutions-focused mindset, a compassionate ear, and the genuine enthusiasm for connecting with people on a personal level. Thank you for considering my application. I'll leave you with this beautiful view and the sound of South Africa.